Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridge is for Everyone. My name's Jad. This is episode 7 of the 2 over 1 series. This episode looks at some of the rebids available to Responder after a 2 over 1 Game Force bid. Let's start with a board you've seen before. This is board T3. Partner is the dealer. Here is your hand. The bidding proceeds as you saw previously. Partner opens the bidding with 1 spade and East passes. Your 3-card spade suit gives you a fit with partner's spades. But because you meet all the requirements for a 2 over 1 Game Force bid, you ignore the fit for now. You bid 2 diamonds. This is all the bidding shown in episode 2. Now let's see how it continues. West passes, partner bids 2 hearts, and East passes. It's your turn to bid. Your first bid told partner that you are strong enough to play a game contract. The purpose of your rebid is to identify the strain of that contract. You interpret partner's bids. Partner's first bid showed 5 or more spades. Your first preference is to play a major suit contract. You know that you have a fit in spades, so you will play a spade contract. But partner's rebid also shows 4 or more hearts. This may be helpful later in the bidding, but right now it's irrelevant. You tell partner the strain of the contract with the cheapest bid possible in that suit. You bid 2 spades. The partnership will play a contract of 4 or more spades. But, as you will see in future episodes, the bids between your 2 spades and the game bid of 4 spades can be used to investigate the possibility of slam. Now, let's look at another familiar board. This is board T5, which you saw in episode 2. Partner is the dealer. Here is your hand. The bidding is as before. Partner opens the bidding with 1 heart and East passes. This time you have only 2 cards in partner's suit, so there is no guarantee of a fit. You meet all the requirements for a 2 over 1 Game Force bid, so you bid 2 clubs. This is all you saw of the bidding previously. Now let's see how it continues. West passes. Partner bids 2 hearts and East passes. It's your turn to bid. You interpret partner's bid. Partner's rebid of the heart suit promises an additional heart. You now know that partner has 6 or more hearts. You add your 2 hearts to partner's minimum of 6 for a total of 8 hearts. This is a fit. You will play a heart contract. You convey this message to partner with the cheapest bid in that suit. You bid 3 hearts. There is still some bidding room between your bid and the game bid of 4 hearts. As with the previous board, this will be used to look for a slam. Now, let's look at another familiar board. This is board T7, which you last saw in episode 2. Partner is the dealer. Here is your hand. The bidding proceeds as it did previously. Partner opens the bidding with 1 diamond and East passes. You make a 2 over 1 Game Force bid of 2 clubs. Now let's continue the bidding. West passes, partner bids 2 hearts, and East passes. It's your turn to bid. You interpret partners' bids. Partners' bids show 4 or more cards in 2 suits, diamonds and hearts. You do not have a guaranteed fit with either of these suits, so what can you bid? You could rebid your 6-card club suit, but minor suit contracts are always your last choice. With no major suit fit, your next best option is a no-trump contract. To consider this, you look at the unbid suit, spades. You ask yourself a simple question. Do you have a definite stopper in that suit? You have the ace, king and queen of spades. This is more than a definite stopper, it's a triple stopper. Your stopper in the only unbid suit makes no trump a viable strain. You tell partner the strain by making the cheapest no trump bid. You bid 2 no trump. There is still bidding room between your bid and the 3 no trump game bid. Once again, this can be used to investigate a slam. Now let's leave this board and look at one last situation. This is board T26. Partner is the dealer. You've not seen this board before, so let's bid it step by step. Here is your hand. As always, you value your hand. You have 13 high card points and 1 long point for a total of 14 points. Your only short suit is a doubleton, so your hand is balanced, and your only biddable suit is clubs. Partner opens the bidding with 1 heart, and east passes. It's your turn to bid. You interpret partner's bid. Partner's bid shows 13 to 21 points and 5 or more hearts. You note that you do not have a fit with partner's major suit, but you do meet the requirements for a 2/1 game force bid. You bid 2 clubs. West passes. Partner bids 2 diamonds and east passes. It's your turn to bid. You are looking for a strain for your contract. You interpret partner's bids. Partner's bids show 5 or more hearts and 4 or more diamonds. You do not have a fit with either of partner's suits. As you saw in the previous board, with 3 suits bid and no fit, you examine the 4th suit. This time, you do not have a stopper in the 4th suit. You would still prefer to play a no-trump contract, but without that stopper, you can't bid no-trump. So, what do you do? This is the perfect situation to use the 4th suit forcing convention. You can use this convention to ask partner if they have a spade stopper. You saw how to do this in episode 1 of the extension series, which covers the convention in detail. You ask by bidding the 4th suit as cheaply as possible. You bid 2 spades. This is a very powerful bid, but it is also very dangerous if partner does not understand it. Let's continue the bidding and see what happens. West passes. It's partner's turn to bid. If partner does not have a definite spade stopper, they cannot bid no trump and must find another bid. But partner has a stopper and bids 2 no trump. You will play a no trump contract at game level or higher. Once again, you still have bidding room to investigate the possibility of a slam. Before I end this video, there are two important points I must raise. First, there are other rebids you can make as responder. I haven't examined them in this video because they are less common and are not specific to 2/1. If you can't make any of the bids from this episode, just apply your standard bidding rules. And second, be cautious with opener's third bid. After your rebid, opener may have limited options and may be forced to make a bid with less than an ideal hand. For example, after fourth suit forcing, opener may have to rebid a suit without the additional length normally required. This video examined common rebids by responder after a 2/1 game force. Thanks for watching. If you found the video useful, please consider subscribing to this channel. Until next time, this is Jad reminding you that bridge is for everyone.